I saw the Who when they came out with Quadrophenia. I had third row at the Spectrum.
Damn.
And they're smashing equipment. They're the fucking Who, you know. Before, you know, with Entwistle and fucking Moon, I saw them twice.
And why won't you mention Pete Townsend in there? You mentioned every other member of the Who, but you didn't mention Pete Townsend.
He touched me in my soul, with his music.
It was just research. Pete was just doing research for a book.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility. I can go.
Provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, do ordain and
Schoolhouse
establish
Rock. Schoolhouse Rock.
Wow.
You don't remember Schoolhouse Rock?
No, I
that
remember
was America
Schoolhouse
Rocks.
Rock.
That was America Rocks was the 1976.
I know. I want to rock.
Yeah.
That's way better than what we just did.
Do you know what they were talking about?
Oh, God,
I know.
It was the preamble to the Constitution.
I can name every track on Back in Black by AC/DC.
When you talk to Rich, do you wear like UN headsets to try to figure out what's happening?
So,
but it's not, I don't vote with my vagina. You know, this is bigger than that. And I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about Trump and Hillary because that's not why I'm here. This is bigger than this winning who wins this election.
Is she pretty much telling the world she's got a huge vagina?
That's what it sounded like.
Was the audio a little echoey?
If I could find my car keys, I'll drive out of here.
She's won a SAG award, though, right?
I think she's won an Oscar.
Oh, she should win a lot of SAG awards.
Thank you, Opie.
You go to the doctor a lot.
no, I go.
I didn't even listen to your story. Not because I wasn't interested, but I've heard so many doctor stories from you. I'm like, whatever.
You want some dental?
You got dental stories too?
I'm not a fan of Tim Kaine. And from everybody I know in Virginia, he's not a good guy. He gave a whole speech yesterday in Spanish. The first time president...
good for him.
I know. That's what everybody's saying. You could have done a Google Translate.
Yeah, so what? Yeah, David Lee Roth did an album in Spanish.
Sonrisa
He did even smile in Spanish, too. So
Wait,
what?
did he really?
Yeah, he did.
See,
yeah.
I'm more impressed with that.
Me too.
Useless knowledge.
I love that.
Barry Katz is in studio. He's a legend. Everyone does an impression of you, Barry Katz.
Except you.
No, I can't do it. No, but everyone does it.
Boss does me with a lisp.
Listen.
Do you know how to do Barry Katz?
Yeah, I'm not paying you.
Yeah, when the Devils had their parade, I think it was in the Meadowlands parking lot. You know what I mean?
I know. That was,
where else are you going to put it? You know,
Yes, they did.
Oh, man.
They might have
just
went out
marched around the parking lot twice.
That's so hillbilly.
They might have went out on the street.
Super hillbilly.
They might have went on the street a little bit.
Yeah,
For a minute.
I think they went out to Route 3 for a second and took one of the shoulders. Yeah.
Florentine is not lying, man. That's exactly what went on. How sad is that?
It's very white trash. It's perfect for Jersey.
I was outside the club and I ran into Bernie Brillstein. He was walking, one of the most legendary managers of all time, and I said, "Hey, Bernie, how you doing? Listen, I'm about to do this roast here, and I was wondering if you could give me an advice because I have to go on at the end." And he said, "Yes, and I want to just tell you this advice, Barry. It's very important, and just listen carefully. Never, ever, ever represent Rich Voss."
All right, let me see this video. Cubs fan shares World Series with late father at Greenwood Cemetery.
Amazing that the gates were open. I couldn't believe it.
Wayne Williams driving to the Cubs game.
The pitch was a little bit higher.
He's not at the ballpark. He's watching it with his dad. Look, Dad, here's your son. He's keeping his part of the bargain, setting up camp in the military section of Greenwood Forest Lawn Cemetery.
If he was keeping his end of the bargain up, he would have dug up his dad. Dad's not hearing shit.
Yeah, I know. But why didn't he just leave the radio on the grave and go to a fucking Buffalo Wild Wings?
That's just pathetic.
It's weird.
And it's a transistor radio, right? He's not even watching the game.
No.
It's Game 7, you asshole. It hasn't happened in a long time.
He's ready.
And he could have easily got one of those little TVs from like a Best Buy to watch it.
Exactly.
It's on the local channel, so it's not like it's on cable.
You think his father was like, "Oh, you cheap shit, you couldn't get a fucking TV for us to watch the game?
Couldn't dig me up.
After all these years, I gotta listen to the radio."
I was in Starbucks in Malibu the other day, and I'm working. I got to share this with you. I'm working on my computer because sometimes the traffic is bad, and all of a sudden somebody sits down next to me, and I'm looking down, and there's this long female leg with this capri pants and these red on the bottom, the Christian Louboutins with these very large feet in them. And I start looking a little more on my computer, and there's a halter top, and I look up, and I am face to face with Caitlyn Jenner.
Wow, I knew you were going to say Caitlyn.
No, really?
And we talked for like 90 minutes in the Starbucks, and Starbucks is like literally like there are homeless people and there are millionaires. So it's a mix of everybody there, and there's like a crowd of people around. It's like almost like I'm doing a podcast with her, but I'm not.
Right.
And she had amazing stories about how when she was Bruce Jenner that she made $6,000 a year for 6 years and just working hard in the Olympics. So I say, I have to go. And she says, I'll walk out with you. And I'm walking out with her. And she puts her hand up like a high five, and I high five her hand, and she interlocks my hand with hers, and we're like a foot away from each other, our faces, because she's a big person.
Yeah.
And she says, are you comfortable with your sexuality? And I said, yeah, of course I'm comfortable with my sexuality. She says, that's good. And she looks straight ahead and she points, because that's the paparazzi from Italy. That's the paparazzi from Australia, Sweden, the United States. Congratulations, you're my new love interest.
I'm going to bring a hot chick to my dad's grave, because he always wanted me to bang hot chicks. I'm going to put it up on Facebook. Look, Dad, look what I'm getting now.
See, a lot of things you don't know about Opie. He's done a lot of gay things. For a while, he was into taking pictures of sunsets.
I still take my pictures of sunsets.
Then,
that's a gay thing, Rich?
Huh?
Do you want people to buy your album or shut it off?
Look at it. Listen, no.
See, you're shutting out the gays.
There's a lot of people who just happen to be...
You're shutting out the gays.
No.
I'm a gay person is the only person who can enjoy a sunset?
Thank you, Barry.
No.
Straight people like the sunsets, too.
Now you guys are teaming up. First of all,
you never
yes.
held Bonnie looking at the sunset?
By a cliff, yes. And I contemplated...
I had a pumpkin ale with Henley last Friday when we went out to eat.
Yeah, were you guys nude?
I had a vodka soda.
She was in
the skirt makes you hit the ball further, too, because, your balls are free.
What the fuck's that got to do with anything? Wow.
I tried Ballast Point.
They have good sculpins. They're grapefruit.
I hate their sculpins. They have a grapefruit sculpin.
That's what I just said. Yeah, it's very.
I hate that fucking beer.
What's a sculpin?
I don't know.
Why is there grapefruit in beer? That's what I want to know. The fuck is that?
You should be a meditator. Maybe you don't need to meditate because you're already in a good place.
Do you meditate?
Yes, you fuck.
Get the fuck out of here. What do you do? Like, you fucking, well, hold on.
Barry knows that's not the way to tell someone you meditate. Wait, you guys don't know the bikini team
I don't
story?
know the bikini
I have to
team.
tell it again?
No.
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Now one guy in this room knows.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Do you know, Jim?
I would have probably stopped doing the show if I heard this before.
I've been with my wife 12 years, married 8 in a couple weeks. And as you pointed out, she's from Philly, and they're tough down there.
They're rough.
A lot of blue collar people, and they like their Miller Lights and their Phillies, and that is it, man. So anyway, fast forward, we're down in the Outer Banks on vacation, and we all go out to dinner. They don't know me that well yet, maybe a year, maybe. And, it's time to order drinks, and it's like right around the table. It's like Miller Lite, Budweiser, Heineken. My wife, I'm sure she said something like Heineken, got to me, and I ordered a bikini teeny in front of these.
Was it on the special drink menu?
It had a nice, it came in like in one of those fancy specialty mugs. Look at it. Looks right through you.
I want to know what Vic...
Tell the whole story.
What'd you start with, you dick?
That's the only thing that made it less masculine.
Yeah, I know.
I believe that one came in a ceramic shark. I might be mixing up my fruity drinks, but I think it came in a shark. Was it? I can't even talk.
Was it on the menu?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Or
did you come up with it?
That's what I'm saying. He saw it on the table tent, is what I'm guessing.
I'm a sucker for a drink menu.
And you saw
I'm a sucker for everyone else is like, they know they just want their beer. And I'm like, no, man, let's see what kind of drinks they got.
Yeah, I don't want to insult the bartender. I'll have the house drink.
And the fruitier,
teeny.
and I'm not looking over here, the fruitier the better. The fruitier the better at times. So I order a bikini teeny. I had to say it in front of everybody, and I've never let it down.
Sure.
And I have never let this one down.
I'm surprised they hadn't given you that on a T-shirt for Christmas. That would be a stocking stuffer if you were in my family.
It became, one year it was an ornament.
Oh, okay.
We had ornaments every Christmas, and they did a special bikini teeny ornament.
Had to.
Didn't you tell them who you were? Didn't you say I'm Joe Derosa?
Yeah, and then they hung up on me.
Was there a second one?
What do you mean?
The second bikini teeny that night?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, really? You stayed with it?
Delicious.
Did they start hammering you right away, or did they wait till the end of the night?
They hammered me.
Said it was the second one?
Yes.
Yeah, what a shock they weren't out of them. You were the only one ordering them. What a shock.
Why does he get so mad?
We have plenty of that. We're out of Miller Lights and Bud Lights. Because people from Philly here like to drink beer and have a good time.
They're ordering
we got all the bikini teenies you want. We got a cement mixer.
You sure you weren't sitting with a bachelorette party when you ordered that?
They rang a bell in the kitchen. Ding, ding, ding. Bikini teeny.
Somebody.
All their beers came in a can, and then I got with fancy umbrellas and shit. And to this day, it happens when me and my wife go out. The drinks come to the table, and they're always giving my drink to her because they just assume they're like, this has to be for the lady.
When you placed the order, did everybody in the family look at your wife like this?
Yeah, they were like, "What the fuck? What the fuck? You couldn't fall in love with a fucking union guy."
You get the benefits. You get the benefits when you fall in love with a union guy.
You know how many pipe fitters are in love with you? You had to find this fucking guy, this shock jock, drinking bikini teenies.
Yeah, that didn't even go together.
No.
What's the matter with you? Why do you say things like that?
Why do you come in here with your yearbook haircut? Okay. What the fuck happened to your head? Your hair never looked like that.
I put a little too much shit in it today, so it looks shiny. Yeah.
And one of my brother-in-laws is now in. He does the Mike's Hard lemonade.
Those are good if you
came
put
out of the closet.
He gets so mad. I'm going to say it every time. Why do you look like that when you say it?
When we did
why do you want popcorn?
I'm starving. I got to eat. I'm dying to eat dinner, and I just need something to keep me sated until we get there.
Boss, you prick.
God damn it, boss.
You know, when someone hands you a shot, it tastes like vanilla cake. I'm like, I don't eat fucking vanilla cake. At a birthday party, why am I having one at a fucking bar?
This is the funniest thing that Kevin Hart said on the podcast. It was amazing. He said they went to a what is that new material night that you go to and you try out new material. So Kevin Hart and Chris Rock go to the new material night, and they have like their pads of paper and they're doing their sets, and they're writing stuff out. Right. And they tried it all out, and they both killed. And they're at a table and they're got their papers and they're writing things out and getting excited about it. And then Chappelle walks in and does like an hour of new stuff and gets a standing ovation. And after he's done, you can see Chris Rock looking at Kevin, and Kevin's looking at Chris Rock, and they're like...
They crumple up their paper.
Crumple it up, just throw it down, fuck it.
They're like, fuck it, we got to start over.
I can't believe you wasted a piece of paper for that.
There's a recycle.
In the parking lot. Butt chug.
Oh, that's great.
Who would be against that? It's a hot chick and you're drinking a beer out of her ass.
Right.
I would drink a Mike's Hard lemonade out of her ass.
Bikini teeny?
I would bikini teeny. Yes. Vanilla cake shot. Line them up.
It's all about the delivery system.
Absolutely.
Line them up.
That's your front yard? The parking's up there. What are you, Zsa Zsa Gabor? This is the. Do you see where my car's parked up there, where there's no grass? I parked where people walk there. I parked where the gravel is. No, there's gravel everywhere. This is the woods. There's no gravel everywhere. This is a toilet paper. I gotta take out the garbage. Where are we going with your garbage? The truck. You can't leave the garbage here because the bears will come. They'll hump the garbage and then they'll eat your face. You don't have garbage pickup? You do, but you want to pet a bear every morning when you wake up? What are you talking about? There's giant bears here. Do you own that too? No, I don't own that yet. What do you mean yet? Well, I want to buy that one, but it's hard to get a mortgage on it because it has it's not really a septic system. I think they just shit and throw it in the grass. So we're walking to your van to put the garbage in? Right, and then I'll put the garbage out in the city. So you're trying to save money on garbage pickup? What are you talking about, save money on garbage? I'm not saving any money. Look at all the garbage. garbage in your That's my laundry. What's wrong with you?
Oh, that's your laundry?
Yes.
How can you tell the difference between your laundry and your garbage?
Oh, it's like talking to Donald Trump Jr. Have you ever been out here?
In the woods?
Yeah.
I've been in the woods.
You're something, Opie.
Yeah, I'm something.
Did you guys watch the World Series? Everyone's talking about the World Series today. I fucking fell asleep in the 7th inning. I'm a loser. I was trying to...
You didn't have to fall asleep for that.
Hey, do you have a basketball? I see you got a basketball hoop over there.
That's not for you.
Why?
I tried that. No, but the thing is that there's mud right on the bottom of it.
Right.
And then there's a rock. So if it hits it, the ball goes right in the woods and you get a deer tick.
Wait, does deer ticks around here?
God,
bro.
Everywhere.
Here, let's walk around the outside of your cabin. Sure. I thought the tour of Carl's cabin would take a little longer than so,
it's quaint.
How many square feet is this for real?
A square foot.
This can't be more than
500 maybe.
Maybe 500 square feet.
450. It's like a New York City apartment. So then you walk all the way through these leaves right here.
Yeah.
And then if you walk all
the way... Wait. They like stuff like this. Walk. They like that. They
so
like all the sounds.
This way past these big trees, and then there's a little lake that I have access to.
Yeah.
So it's great. The well is right up there where that pipe is. The water's delicious here.
Wait, you got to get your own water?
It's a well, yeah. There's no nothing. This is a well and a septic tank. That's it.
So how do you take a shower?
A well has a pump, Opie.
No, I mean, how do you take
a shower?
What are you,
Thurston Howell? Have you ever been...
Remember the Yankees were up 3-0 on the Red Sox, you know? I mean...
Right.
Teams choke.
That's how the Cavaliers won theirs. They were down 3-1, right?
Yes.
Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
To Golden State, right?
Right.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you just fall apart like that? Tell us, Joe.
I was wondering where you were going.
It's easier than you think.
Down that way is a blind kid camp.
Really?
Dude. The other day there was one just like totally blind, like
just wandering
and
around?
Everybody comes out like that way.
Isn't there always one woman, one wife at the party who is really sexy, and all the other women are like, I can't believe she wore that.
Sure. Oh yeah, I was at a party once, and I remember the one dude. He was so mad because it was his wife, and you can see everything.
Everybody is looking.
You can see everything. And so by the end of the night, he's had so many beers, he's just yelling out loud, "Anybody hadn't seen my wife's pussy? She's in the kitchen." She just had on this. It was too scanty, and then whenever she turned one way or the other, everybody was like, "Hey, all right."
See, that makes it all worth it.
One of the best Halloween parties I've ever been to. I'll never forget him screaming that out at the end of the night.
The first one I went to as an adult, I remember it was right after the OJ murders, and I wore an OJ mask, and I wore a white T-shirt with blood all over, and I put in the coal in the back and number 32 and blood, and fake blood, and nobody talked to me. My girlfriend at the time was so mad. She's like, I go, if you're going to force me to go to this party, this is what I'm doing. I just wore the OJ, and I drank beer out of the fucking OJ mask, and it didn't have any fruit in it.
What is this?
Solar powered, right here. So this is a motion light.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
I know what a motion light is.
I thought it was a good idea to have this motion light, but now when I'm in the cabin and it goes off at 2 in the morning, I know there's a giant monster animal out here. Whoa. So it's unsettling because when that light turns on,
right,
next thing you know, there's a blackbird. He's just playing with himself, like just looking at you. Because they love this big window here.
Well, and this big window, this is how this started when I walked up to your cabin. They love sounds on podcasts. That's not too, sturdy, man.
A bear will go right through it.
Right through that shit.
Through it.
You know, when you're doing that in shit and T-ball, there's no reason.
Right.
Every ground ball a second is a home run. And you hear some fucking fat soccer mom. My Aiden made a home run.
Right.
No, he didn't. It was a weak grounded a second that should have been an out at first.
What is this?
What do you mean?
You don't even have furniture in this place.
What is these 3 pieces? These are exclusive pieces from IKEA. Look at this beautiful red table.
What is that?
What are you talking about? That's not furniture. What is it?
Are those chairs from the old Yankee Stadium?
No, they're from my restaurant. They're from Morril.
Well, that bombed. I mean, he actually answered me.
As long as Jerry Cooney doesn't come by today.
He's in the hallway. I saw him.
Oh, Christ.
Is he really?
He's out there. Yes, he is sitting out there taking notes right now.
I'll pull the curtains closed.
You want to take a punch from Jerry Cooney?
He's sitting in the hallway. I think he's in your office.
I'm just happy I found a spot. I'm actually kind of happy. So pathetic.
So it's kind of creepy out here.
Well, it's creepy if you're a creep.
It's creepy, but it's quiet. It's peaceful. With my my meditation that I like to do. Maybe I could like sit on that log after we're done and just do like 20 minutes of meditation. You want to do some meditation with me?
I got to be honest about that log.
What?
I sat on that log.
Yeah?
There's like 19 beetles on my back in like 5 seconds. Really? I hate outside. I just like looking at it.
Do you have those fire ants out here?
There's all kinds of ants.
Yeah?
There's like an army of ants.
Really?
Wherever you stand there, ants tell the other ants, and in 10 minutes, the whole floor is black.
They're crawling up your leg?
It's awful.
That log looks very peaceful. I want to sit on that.
Giant beetles with horns on them in that thing.
Yeah, not good.
But I'm glad it's in Baton Rouge, and go the other Tigers is what I'm pulling for.
Well, there's one thing about it. It'll be a party.
Oh, goddamn, yeah. I got pulled over there once, and my buddy was in the back seat of the car with me, and he handed the cop his driver's license like it was a credit card and said, "Put this on mine," because we got pulled over. We were all so shit-faced. We're riding around by the campus in Baton Rouge, and a cop on a horse pulled me over for jumping a curb and cutting across the front part of an apartment complex. Yeah. And then my friend reached from the back seat and said, "Hey, wait, here, put this on mine."
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
And
it's pretty, isn't it?
Well, I wouldn't describe it as pretty.
Tread lightly, Opie.
I would describe it as very quaint.
I'll take quaint.
Very
don't look down like that. I hate the way you're looking down. That's not a nice.
Is that a linoleum floor?
Those are custom tiles from the 60s.
They're custom tiles.
Yes, those are hand cut to be put there. That's when plastic first started.
Yeah,
that's artisanal.
And is your whole cabin kind of sliding into the woods? Because I noticed there's a dramatic decline from the front door to your bedroom.
Because of my weight problem, I am very gravity sensitive, and I do walk faster towards the bedroom than I do towards the kitchen.
Yeah, you're walking downhill in this part.
I don't think you should point things out like that. I think it's mean to be at someone's home.
I enjoy it. I'm enjoying it so far. I do like the quaintness of it.
It is very quaint.
But it seems like it's a cabin right out of one of those teenager slasher movies.
Oh, everything.
Right.
Oh, yes. Right. Oh, yes. One of my city friends came here, and he has no filter.
Yeah.
And he comes in, he goes, "This is the worst effing place. I want to leave right now." He goes, "There's so many ghosts in there, I can't even fit."
Really?
Yeah, he felt the ghost energy.
No,
yes.
I believe in that shit.
He believes there's ghosts in here.
Really?
He thinks someone was killed in here.
No, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean,
that I wouldn't be surprised because that's a plexiglass window. That window has been replaced.
Someone jumped out of there with a knife in their back.
Of course. And the landlord's like, I'll just put a plexiglass window up for the next guy.
Time to put it back on Zillow.
Right.
Does she drive?
Oh, yeah, during the day. She doesn't drive at night, but she drives during the day.
Are you guys going to have that?
I hope she's cool.
That
with it. I don't
moment
think
where you
so.
go, "All right, Mom, give me the fucking keys."
Her dad made it till 93, and then he was in a horrible, and it wasn't his fault. The car accident was not his fault, and luckily he and his then wife, who was not my grandmother, he remarried at 73. He conned another lady into it, and they had a bad wreck, and that was and he knew it. The wreck was so bad, and even though it wasn't his fault, he went, "All right, here, give me, I'm done. I'm through driving. That's it." He didn't pitch a fit.
My mom and her early to mid 60s was getting in all sorts of car accidents before my dad died, and we had to finally have the moment like, you can't fucking drive anymore. I remember one call. She calls us in Green Lawn, which was close to our house. I was in an accident. We get up there. The car, there's barely any pieces left of the fucking car.
This was him,
And she's on the side of the road like, "Hi, Greg, hi," all happy. And we're like, "What the fuck happened?" She's like, "I pulled out and I got T-boned," and just big chunks of the car are just all over the fucking place. And then there was nothing wrong with her or the other driver that she almost fucking killed by pulling out of nowhere.
Ours was a Alabama Power Company truck, so we got money. He got he got gas. But it was the same thing. My mom and my brother showed up, and they're like, "Good God." It was an old Volkswagen Bug that had just been demolished by this big power company truck with a cherry picker on the back of it. And
I don't know. No, old people survive crazy car accidents.
They don't tense up because that's what they say. Drunks and old people, they don't tense up when it's coming because when you go tense, your bones go through your sockets.
Kathleen Madigan's granddad, she used to hang out with him all the time, and her dad was worried that he was going to pitch a fit about the story. And when he came home one day, her dad, and said, "Wow, that went way better than I thought it was going to. I mean, he didn't even pitch a fight, nothing. He just handed me the keys and said, I understand, and no big deal." And a couple of weeks went by, and Madigan was having lunch with her granddad, and he rolls up in a brand new car, and he goes, I just handed him the keys and immediately went to the dealership and bought a brand new Cadillac. And just never said shit about it. He's like, I just let him think he won, and he's like, and so Madigan knew about it, and so he's like, this is between me and you, and it was like 6 months before her dad finally figured out that his dad had just outfought him, and when he's like, I'm old, I'm not stupid, I got credit, you know. Boo, 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 boo. Opie Radio. Boo, 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo.